So even though I'm not exactly happy with how my life currently is, everything, how I feel doesn't actually matter in the grand scheme of things. And everything is going according to the plan. And the people who, everything is going according to plan. Everything. So, I'm still human and I still react to what's going on, emotionally, like everyone else. But everything is going exactly as planned, or I should say as predicted. Technically, it's a plan, but it's not my plan. But uh, but you'll never know who it is because you won't believe it if I tell you. Just like everything, everything I say that's true, you won't believe, and everything you think I'm saying and you think is true is just misinterpretations of what you think I'm saying. It's the way it's always been, it's the way it is now, and it's the way it will be. There's people who figure it out and they get back into prioritizing what's actually important in their lives, which is the way I help people. Is I help them gain their personal power so that they can have a chance of succeeding without being misled. The house N words that run everything and like to take credit for all the good that happens and the few people that they help or claim that have been helped by them. But but a lot of it's exaggerated, and the people who are the house N words don't know because they have no way to verify anything that they've done. And I'm not talking about like simple things that are obvious to see, like helping people become more successful at certain things, that they're looking to get more successful in. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about life strength and being a human being, learning what a human being is, forgiving yourself, learning to forgive yourself, and knowing that obedience doesn't mean good and it doesn't mean things will get better if you are. So a lot of it's collective overthinking and ego inflating within what's essentially a gigantic brothel casino that people are living in and don't know anything else exists, and they assume that what they're living in is a modern world and better than the past. It's a lot of assumptions by a lot of stupid people and levels of stupidity that are biblical, literally. So there's nothing I can say or do that will change their slash your mind because that's not my job. Um, what I've done is distracted you so that people that you would have misled can't be misled, and so that the people who might not see you coming can see you for what you are and protect themselves from you because there are no good guys. There's no sides that are right, you know. And I'm not being a hypocrite. The sides that you all think I'm on are the people that I used to not help while I was on your side, while I was a raging dumbass liberal. Uh, while there were things that were worth raging against, um, the actual truth is somewhere else, something else. So, there was no right side. What was wrong was the same thing that's wrong for everybody. The problem is a simple one, but it's one that people don't want to turn their backs on because it's what they rely on to be happy. It's where they go for their happiness, the brothel casino. And those who think like slaves and slave masters and believe that it's a normal way of thinking that makes you successful. But I've explained all this before. You guys got my uh, accounts canceled and deleted, and I have already said what I needed to say to who needed to hear it. And the people who opposed it are doing exactly what I said would happen. And the people who understood it are doing what they need to get out of the situation that they're in so that they can be free and basically become the example for everyone else to what we should really be doing. It's still a work in progress because most religions are cults, most beliefs are cults, and most groups are cults. And what they think is the wisdom of consensus is more schizophrenic and crazy than they could imagine because they don't know how else to do, other than copying other people's work and reciting it like they understand it to make themselves feel and sound smart because they don't know how things should be or their own limits. So every once in a while, someone tries to teach me a lesson and it doesn't tell me what they think it will. It actually verifies for me that things are going the way they're supposed to, and I don't have to worry about it. So the my biggest problem is the people that I've lost, especially to violence and hatred and revenge, and to teach me a lesson. And I don't mean like losing friendships. I'm talking about lives, people who've died because of it. People who were turned against me and then were sacrificed because they started being on my side. Um, they were abused by the people who claimed to be on their side, and there's nothing I can do because there's no one on my side, and I can't prove anything that happened more than they can prove what they've made up because there's more of them than me, and among them are experts and people with more credibility to the lynch mob. And appealing to the lynch mob is something that I don't do. I'll save people who are in a oppressed and outcast state. The people who everyone has cursed with lies and used as examples for how bad people are and how good they are, and completely miss that they have responsibility of consequences of everything that's happening to everybody else because the good guys won't mind their own business, and whenever they go in to help people they just make things worse like I used to. So it's comforting, and it's unfortunate, but it's the way it is. We're coming from slavery towards freedom, and it's very similar to the Moses story, except there's a lot more people involved. So, but the priests throw their snakes down, and the snake of truth keeps gobbling them up. God's little staff serpent. God gets what God wants, and it doesn't matter if you're wanting to humor me or anything like that. All you do is you tell me what you think of me, and you're telling me what you've heard. And considering I know and I'm aware of these things, not anything that I've actually done, but the interpretations of the things people think I have done, or think that I've said, or think that I've believed, or think that I've felt, and that dynamic and interaction has been going on for a lot longer in my life than you guys know. So I'm pretty good at uh, lying back to liars because if you want to confront me or teach me a lesson, but you're not willing to be honest with me. You're just talking to me as if we've already talked before or that you already know me. Um, you get what you deserve. You don't deserve the truth. You know, you don't deserve the truth. Why should I tell you the truth? It's like there's other people who need help and support. That aren't you. Why would I waste my time with people who claim to be good guys but end up causing suffering because they help some people while rejecting and outcasting others that they blame for the problems of the people they think they're helping. It's like the anti-narcissist community is mostly just narcissists and psychopaths and idiots that don't know any better. So a lot of people using words they don't understand with people that they don't really understand. Jumping to conclusions. Lots of jumping to conclusions, a lot of misunderstandings. And then when these good guys are wrong, they never face the consequences they force everyone else to. Their lives don't get ruined. They're allowed to start over. I'm supposed to do what they want me to do. I'm supposed to do what you want me to do. But I'm not the me you think I am, and what you think I need to do isn't what I can do. I don't have the background you think I have. I have a different background than you think I have because you don't know how to do the research. You don't know how to do the research. You're asking all the wrong people. None of them know what they're talking about, but none of them are honest enough, and you don't know any better. And you've been led down a path that's essentially a trap. It's like I know what's going on. I've taken advantage of it. It's why I don't share anything anymore, because it takes your power away. If I don't share what I know is going on and how I feel, you have nothing. You have nothing to be against. And the people who you mislead have only the truth to see once you shut up. And what they're seeing is that you don't know what you're talking about, and your efforts have actually led to more deaths than the people you claim are wrong and misinforming everybody. And it's just getting worse because the truth is the truth. The truth is exactly what I said it was. Because I don't leave out evidence that you find uncomfortable in order for me to come to my conclusions. You see, I actually use science. I use my training. I use my experience. Things that you don't understand. So you got to demonize me in order to get your way. And I don't know if you know, but when you say that the people that you don't like are doing that, what happens to them? What happens to people that do wrong and mislead others? What do you expect to happen to you? Could it be exactly what you are saying will happen to me or others like me? People who dare to know the same things I do and you assume it came from the same source? It's called facts and evidence and data. Stuff that you don't look up on your own. Stuff that you have other people look up for you. Stuff that you wouldn't know how to search if you wanted because you're not trained to research. You're not trained to check people's information. I am. So, good luck with that. If you don't start being more honest about yourselves, you're screwed. And it's your own consequences that you've created for people like me that's going to screw you over. The things that you call on to others will come to you. Period. Did you get it that time? Good luck.